All right. Hey everyone, hope everyone is doing great. We are live on YouTube, my YouTube, and our group, Digital Marketing Practitioners. So today we have a very special guest, an amazing entrepreneur, marketer. He's a funnel hacker, and he's a great guy. We have Vamsi Pannala with us. Welcome, Vamsi.
Hey Karan, thanks for asking me to be in this group. I'm really privileged. I feel really happy to be a part of this group actually.
That's amazing. So I think we wait for few, I think 3-4 minutes for people to join in,
Sure,
and then
sure,
we will start the whole session.
absolutely, yeah.
Okay. All right, people are joining in. In DMP, we have people. All right, guys, come on, join in. We are waiting for your. Yeah. Hope everyone is doing great. Just type one in the comments if you are able to hear what we are saying. Just type one in the comments if you're able to hear what we are saying, what I am saying right now. And if you haven't registered yourself, go to streamyard.com/Facebook, and I think you would be able to, you can see your name over here.
Yeah, exactly. Just go and click on that link and let us know who you are, rather than just showing up as a Facebook user. We would
Correct.
love to see who you are.
True. Hi, Karan and Vamsi, sir. Hey, how are you doing? Who are you? We don't know. So we can only say hi.
Oh, that's Sachin. That's Sachin for you.
Oh, hi, Sachin. One, we have people joining in. Great, guys. Please welcome Vamsi. So I think Vamsi, we can start with your introduction, and then people will keep joining in, and then we continue.
Absolutely. So, hey everyone, my name is Vamsi Pannala. So, just to give a very brief intro about who am I and what am I doing and all that. So, I basically come from the corporate world, work for like 13 years in the sales and marketing function. Left my job in April 2019 in the pursuit of becoming an entrepreneur. So it's been quite a fun ride in the last 1 year or so, trying to learn a lot of stuff, networked with a lot of people across the globe. So yeah, and today I kind of really want to ponder that knowledge, whatever that I have gained in the last few months of my entrepreneurial journey. And Impact Marketing Summit is probably a byproduct of what I have done in the last 1 year. So the whole thing is, when I started on my entrepreneurial journey, I kind of really didn't understand what should I be looking at, where should I be looking at, what kind of people should I be looking up to be able to learn the kind of stuff, because I didn't want it to change my function, because spending 13 years and trying to change a function would probably be not be a really good thing to do at that point. So I started looking out for people whom I can learn the things like direct response marketing, or in fact marketing at the core level, right? So a lot of people believe a very few things that you can do and become a marketer, but yeah, you can always be a marketer just by becoming a Facebook ads expert or a Google ads expert. But there is so much more to becoming a core marketer than just calling yourself a marketer by doing one or two things. So that's kind of something that I realized as a part of my journey in the last 12 months. So when I started looking up to people in the Western world, mostly people who are in the US, Canada, and that parts of the world, they are kind of a step ahead in terms of understanding marketing, the psychology of selling, how you have to talk to your customers, what kind of things you have to do for your community to have a rave following of what you're doing, and that kind of stuff. So I thought, I've not seen a lot of people do that kind of stuff in India. Fortunately, unfortunately, I'm just being very brutally honest about that. With all respect to other people who are practicing digital marketing out there, but there is a different kind of marketing setup that is there, which probably a limited people in India have access to. Especially if people know what is direct response marketing, or if they follow the funnel world or communities like ClickFunnels or Leadpages, Kijabi, Katra, and that kind of communities where people talk more about this funnel stuff and how the psychology of selling is and all that kind of direct response marketing stuff. So when I kind of looked up for people in India, there are not many people that you can look up to and learn from them. So with the amount of network that I have done, I thought this is a good opportunity, not just for me, but for all the people who are watching this right now on this stream, or people who are watching this replay at whatever point that you're doing. It's a really good thing for me to bring those experts onto a virtual summit, because during this pandemic, it I would not say it was easy, but it was considerably easy than getting them in a normal time. So I was able to get 35 plus marketing experts on a summit like this, where they talked about their new age marketing strategies and techniques that they use inside their business, which kind of really helps them become that 6 7 figure entrepreneur they are. So each one of them shared some of their secrets that otherwise they have not shared, even in their private Facebook groups. Some of the stuff that I probably already know, some of the stuff that they shared was really out of the world, and that's exactly what I want you guys to also have access to and learn, right? So if you start implementing those learnings, I think the way you understand marketing as a function, understand a lot of other things that you realize probably is not marketing, but the psychology, the selling part, how you have to really create your offers, how you have to position yourself as an authority. So there are a lot of things. It's not every time about selling, right? So there is so much that you can do as a background work before you even get your product in front of your customers. So that's something that Impact Marketing Summit meets, where the rubber meets the road is
Hmm.
the traditional marketing that we all know, the SEO, the Facebook ads, the YouTube ads, and all of that stuff. So that's one side of the coin. The other side of the coin is how you can sell your products on a webinar. If you know that if you have a product, and you don't need to really run a lot of Facebook ads, probably you run a few Facebook ads, get some people on your webinar, show them why you are exactly doing what you're doing, and then if they see the value in your product, probably you can close save say 60 70% of the room. So that is the kind of stuff which I see missing in India right now. There are people who are selling their courses on webinars. All said and done, the format in which the Western world does and the format in which we do, there is a slight difference that what I have observed, because even as a part of my research, I kind of went into a few webinars, understand what their whole thing is. I want to deconstruct how they are doing their webinar. So there is a lot of new things that I personally got to learn from all these 35 36 speakers that I have recorded for Impact Marketing Summit. That is exactly what I want you guys to have access to, so you can start learning, you can start. So there is a science behind everything they are doing, right? It's just not marketing. There is a science behind why they say what they say, do what they do, implement what they are implementing. So that's what Impact Marketing Summit is all about. So the whole AMA that we are doing today is taking up some of those topics, like affiliate marketing, like funnel strategy, like funnel design, funnel automation, or any other questions that you probably have from the marketing perspective. Feel free to put them out, because the best thing that happened to me in the last 1 month of putting up Impact Marketing Summit is, while I was a host of all these marketing experts, when I was interviewing them, I was also on the other side of the screen, watching them do what they do. So there is so much that I have learned. So I want to put out everything that I have learned, not just from this summit alone, but from the last 1 year, that whatever I have done in front of you guys. So just go shoot whatever questions you have, and I and Karan will be really happy to answer all of them.
Wow, that's amazing, Vamsi. Thank you so much for introducing Impact Marketing Summit to all of the practitioners. And I guess everyone would be so interested to learn the tactics which are working in the now. Be it any traffic system, be it any how to convert traffic into conversion. Because at the end of the day, if digital marketing is all about, at the end of the day, how you convert the traffic into a customer or a conversion or a lead or an inquiry. If you don't do
Yeah.
that, then you're not a marketeer. You should, I think, go somewhere else. So that's what it is. So we'll be taking some questions now. Hey everyone, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for showing up. Hey Shikhar, thank you so much for coming today. So guys, we are taking questions on affiliate marketing, funnels, agency. Anything you have questions on affiliate marketing, funnels, agency. I and Vamsi are here to answer those questions to you. So this is kind of an AMA. You can ask any questions. Just put the question in the comment. I highlight the question like I have highlighted for Shikhar, and then you can also have a good kind of thing to be in this live session with us. All right, so we have a first question, Vamsi, and we have the question as what is a funnel agency?
Yeah, so I see that this question has come from Harshvardhan.
Okay.
So Harshvardhan, basically, a funnel agency is like any other digital marketing agency, but you don't really undertake a full stack marketing agency kind of work. What you would just do is understand what your customer needs is in terms of the product, the offer, their design, the automation, the strategy, so everything to do with the funnel, right? So for people who are watching it, a funnel is nothing but a website, but you don't have 100 different links like you have on a traditional website where the customer has multiple exit opportunities. So on a funnel you don't have multiple exit opportunities. You're basically hand holding any of these users who are coming to your website, either through organic traffic, either through paid traffic, however you're diverting them to your landing page. You kind of are holding their hand and taking them through each and every page, right? So basically, I'm sure you must have definitely everyone in the marketing space at once would have bought something on a funnel for sure.
Yeah.
But a typical funnel would look like a opt-in page where they give you something as a lead magnet in exchange for your name and email id, in
True.
cases just for their email id. And then on the second page they have a product that they talk about, whether it is through a video sales letter or a complete sales letter in the form of a text. So you basically go through everything, and that is so compelling and so well written that it kind of evokes your emotions and you want that product to be bought. So then you basically go and click on whatever is the call of action, get your copy or get your course, whatever is the call of action on that button. And most of the time the best practitioners of direct response marketing, they use what is called an order bump. For example, if I'm selling my book about Impact Marketing Summit, a book which has 35 chapters of all the speakers on whatever topics they have talked about, my order bump can be the audiobook of that, right? So I'm
True.
additionally making a revenue than just not making anything out of that book. So I'm actually recording a audiobook of everything that the speakers have told on this summit, and I'm creating a product out of that, right? So the order bump, most of the time, so the order bump, if you have created it in the right way, it would probably have a conversion anywhere between 30 to 50%, which means if 10 people got to see the order bump, at least 3 to 5 people buy it. So
True.
imagine if you price it like $37, which is like a standard, almost a standard kind of pricing for an order bump, especially when it comes to an audiobook. You are making a cool $150 without sweating, right? So that's the kind of power of order bumps. On the second page you have something else, maybe a program that you have talked about, your particular expertise or in the niche that you have created course about. But all of these products go in terms of the pricing in an ascending order. So you always start off with a small price, and then with the couple of upsells that you have on the each page, the value of your product goes up. So let's say you start with your $7 product, your order bump is 37, your first upsell probably is 97, and then your second upsell is probably 297, 497 kind of stuff. That's basically what a funnel is. So a lot of people, for example, if I'm an entrepreneur, I have a lot of good things to do to improve my business. I don't want to sit and design how my funnel should look like. I don't want to write the copy that goes on the funnel. I don't want to sit and write all the email copies that go when people subscribe to that email list that I'm willing to have
True.
as many people as possible on my list, right? So each of that is a service by itself. Funnel design itself is a service. I know people who charge $2,000 for a 3-page funnel. Funnel automation is the back end where you are integrating things like Zapier, your auto responders, your auto webinars. If you are doing a webinar, you are selling a product on a webinar and things like that, right? So funnel automation is a service by itself. Funnel strategy, how you should price your product, what should go on the order bump, what should be your first upsell, what should be your second upsell, all of that is funnel strategy. So each of these becomes a service for itself. So that's what a funnel agency is. Unlike where you have agencies which will super specialize in running just Facebook ads, running just Google ads, running just YouTube ads, or there, in fact, there's a lot of these days you have agencies which does everything if you have a client coming in, right? But funnel agency is basically um, those specialized agencies which will only help you with coming up with your funnels. Some of the funnels, so some of the speakers on the summit, one of them, I'll keep the speaker names as a surprise for the next few days. But one of the speaker is a funnel agency owner who does 6-7 figures every year just by helping people to design their funnels. Someone is an expert only with funnel automation. He doesn't get into the design part of it. If you say my funnel design is ready, but I want to have the integration in the back end done, that's what he does. There's someone who does the funnel tech, all let's say if you're using ClickFunnels for your integration, all that integration that is supposed to be taken. So all the tools have to talk to each other so that the flow is completely leak proof, and it's very robust. So that's what a funnel agency does. So in the business world, I think it's picking up in India. A lot of people actually that I know, there are people in India who are doing the funnel agency, not doing Facebook and all of that, because I think there are tons of people who are doing that kind of stuff. But this is a very specialized micro niche specialization that people are getting into. I just design funnels and I do nothing else. I only help people with the strategy on how you have to design your funnel in such a way that it becomes a 6-7 figure funnel at the end of the day. So that's what a funnel agency is. I hope I answered your question.
Amazing. Am I audible to you, Vamsi?
Yeah, you are.
Great, amazing. Thank you so much, Vamsi, for answering the question. And I think you, whosoever asked the question, I hope you got an answer. And I think you, if you are motivated enough to start your own agency, so you can visit Impact Marketing Summit and learn how to do it and go with it. Okay. So
Absolutely,
next
yeah.
question, Vamsi, is from Ganesh. He's a
Yeah.
very valuable member of TMP and he contributes a lot of value to our group. So
Wonderful.
Ganesh asks, "What's that science you were talking about? Where can I find your deconstructed content research?"
So the science that I'm talking about, in fact, excellent question, Ganesh. So basically, when I say there is a science behind all this whole thing that they are talking about, right? For example, if you get onto anyone's free webinar, right, I can probably send you links, once we are done with this AMA. But the whole point is that if you get into a particular webinar of a 6-7 figure entrepreneur, just don't listen out that as a webinar itself. Understand why they are saying what they are saying to begin with, how their introduction is designed, how their first 5 minutes is designed, how their next 10 minutes is designed, how their next 15 minutes is designed. So to give it names, what was their hook, how did they start off their webinar, and
True.
then what are they promising you as a part of the webinar. And once they got you into the whole webinar, telling you what you can expect from this webinar for the next 90 minutes that they are going to take, what kind of story are they telling? What is the kind of epiphany bridge story they are sharing with you? What made them what they are today versus what they were like a couple of years back, struggling entrepreneur, not really seeing the kind of money they are seeing right now? What kind of things help them on their journey to become what they have become? So this is the science that I'm talking about. So the choice of words that they have, the kind of things that they are talking about, the way they are structuring it, how they are bringing in the value with respect to what they are covering as a part of their webinar. Because when you're spending 90 minutes, when they say these are my three secrets to doing XYZ, they make it a point to make it so much valuable that even if you buy, you don't buy, there is so much value, so much knowledge that you can just take out of that webinar and use it inside your business. That said, when you're so intruded with the kind of information they give, they are actually, what they are unconsciously doing to you is they are increasing the perceived value of their own authority, the
True.
product that they are going to talk about at the end, which is their pitch, and the bonuses that they are going to give as a part of making the bonus much more valuable, so that your perceived value of that product, let's say if they say my program is $97, but they actually end up giving you $2,000-3,000 worth of bonuses, which, so those bonuses are not like throwing some random stuff at your face. If you deconstruct that bonuses as well, each of those bonuses are basically your objections. If you say that, okay,
True.
what if I am a beginner, okay, I am giving you this bonus which will tell you exactly how you have to do this step by step. Okay, I don't have money to buy your product right now. This particular bonus that I'm giving you right now will help you start making money from your second month, so that you, whatever you have invested on this webinar, the product that you are selling, you are making it back in the next couple of months. So like that, every single objection. So what they do is they go back and research at the back end. In fact, one of the webinars that I was listening to, this guy called Brian Page. He does affiliate marketing and makes tons of money. He is an expert in Airbnb. This is exactly yesterday night at 12:30 that I was talking about.
Okay.
So what he was saying is that um, they go and research their non buyers. So someone who comes on their webinar and they didn't buy, they send out a survey and they ask, hey, what are the reasons why you didn't buy my product, right? So they get all those questions and they compile all those questions and understand that, okay, these are some of the reasons why people are not buying on my webinar. So what they end up doing is they create products which will really get those objections taken care of when they are pitching at the end of it, right? So that's the kind of science that I'm talking about. So whenever you are on a webinar, especially people who are making tons of money, who are successful in whatever they are doing, it's just not about making notes, but also just deconstruct every 5-10 minutes on what they are doing. If you can do that, and if you can replicate all those learnings inside whatever you are doing, if you have a product, you want to sell something on a webinar, just start implementing those learnings and see the power of understanding that science, and you would be amazed by whatever they are doing. And those results will also be something very similar when you start implementing and take action.
Wow. Rock on, man. Thank you so much, Vamsi. I think this was great value. And it's important to learn, it's important to notice and see what others are doing and learn from them, because we as Indians are still have to learn a lot from international audiences to how to run a webinar, how to craft your pitch, how to, craft the bonuses, which will, make the objections so, so like, they don't see the objections. They just go and, hit the buy button and they buy whatever we are going to pitch them. Correct?
Yeah. So
Amazing.
that
So,
kind of brings a question, Karan. So basically, what happens is a lot of us, I mean, including me, I was a biggest victim, and I proudly say it. There's nothing wrong about it, but I was a victim of shiny object syndrome. So what happens is that when people are starting out, I see this with even a lot of successful entrepreneurs in India, right? They want to chase those shiny objects because they have a fear of missing out. There is always that FOMO. Hey, that guy is also doing Facebook ads. He's doing YouTube. He's doing Instagram. He's doing Pinterest. He's doing Snapchat, LinkedIn, Twitter, blah blah blah. And they want to be everywhere. So what end up
true.
what it all ends up is with you being a jack of all trades. It's so I also believe that you have to be a jack of all trades, but not at the beginning stage. You have to first become an authority with one, when people see that you are a successful entrepreneur or you are a successful marketer with whatever you are doing, and when you start putting, hey, I can also help you with this, I can help you with number 2, number 3, number 4, people don't have a problem. But the moment you
Hmm.
start doing it on the stage 1 itself, then you actually don't know what you are doing. You don't have a direction, because you start
True.
chasing every shiny object that's on the internet. You want to learn YouTube ads, you want to learn Facebook ads, you want to learn funnel building, you want to do affiliate marketing, you want to do 100 other things, but you actually end up doing nothing, because each of that, if you want to become an expert, I read somewhere, for you to become expert of something, you have to spend at least 10,000 hours doing that religiously.
True. True.
That is when you become an expert of that. And then once you become an expert and you start building your authority in the space that you are, and people start seeing you as an influencer, you do 100 things after that, there's no problem. But you have to start
True.
with your micro niche. Today I put up a video on my Facebook profile talking about this exact thing. Come down with what your micro niche is. If you
Hmm.
can look at what your micro niche is, even things like, for example, I talked about these 3 industries that are there, right? Health, wealth, relationships. That's where the whole
True.
money is. There are 100
True.
other niches, but you have to some way make your niche fit into one of these 3 niches. Let's say
Makes
if
sense.
you are into wealth and you're into making money online, if your way of niche is helping people with Instagram ads, right? Your
Hmm.
micro niche should be how I help dentists get more appointments using Instagram. That's your micro niche.
Yes. Yes.
If you can
Correct.
get to that route of helping people and you become an authority, from there you can say, I help people who are dentists with Facebook ads, people will come to you. If you say, I help people with plumbers to get more inquiries using Snapchat, people will come to you. But you have to first become an authority in one space, and then
Hmm.
you do anything else, people will appreciate it. So you have to really come up with your micro niche there. Yeah.
Makes sense. Makes sense. And that's why the heart surgeons get paid more than the general physician.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
Amazing. So, Vamsi, we have this question where someone asks, is it necessary to focus on community building and personal branding to start affiliate marketing? What do you think?
That's probably everything. And that's a
Yes.
great question, by the way. So, community building and personal branding, it's not just for affiliate marketing. Think of anything for that matter, right?
Hmm.
If you have a community, if you have a tribe of people who want to follow for whatever you're doing, that's the people who will buy anything that you put out, whether it's a
True.
$7 product, $100 product, or $1,000 product. People will buy because they love what you're doing, they love the kind of value you're providing to them. So what you're basically doing is you're helping them on their journey to become successful. They probably look up to you, they see the kind of thing that you have achieved, and they want to replicate results what you have got. So when you can genuinely help them without expecting anything,
Hmm.
again, it doesn't matter if it is affiliate marketing, it doesn't matter if it is a program that you have, it doesn't matter if you do anything inside your product or anything inside your journey of doing an entrepreneurial journey. The whole thing is, if you can help people, if you can attract your dream customers with the content that you're putting out, build a community around whatever you're doing, and that kind of becomes that kind of makes you a personal brand. Look at
True.
affiliate marketing, right? If you pick up, let's say, active campaign, for example, if you go and research about active campaign as much as the CEO of that company knows, and you help
Wow.
them with all the automations, every single button that is inside active campaign, how you have to set up your list, how you have to clean your list, how you have to do all of what you can do with active campaign, and you don't expect people to buy anything, you're just putting out whatever you know about active campaign. You send out all those emails, you show up every day on your Facebook group or your Facebook profile or on YouTube or whatever platform you chose, and people really love the kind of content you're putting out. And when you say, hey, here is my affiliate link, if you are looking to sign up for active campaign as a part of setting up your email autoresponder, people will jump on that opportunity. People would love to get that link from you and want to give back to the amount of value you are putting out. So
True.
building a community, becoming a personal brand, not just affiliate marketing, anything that you are doing as a solopreneur or an entrepreneur with a small team is ultimately what is going to get you the success.
And we can see we have a lot of communities. Active Campaign has a community. Pitch Ground, has a community where where whenever they come out with any products or services, they just put out there and they get sales. So then the communities can be used, one, because you're nurturing the community as well with a lot of good content which they can use in their own business and succeed. So that's a good strategy, Vamsi.
Yeah.
I think, and whosoever asked the question, you got a very good answer today. So make sure that you are creating a personal brand and a community today. And today in the times of Corona is very important. See, right now, who won? Those with a personal brand and those with a community have really won. Let me tell you that. If you talk about, if you see Elon Musk, right? So Elon Musk also has a personal brand. He sells out his that fire his boring company creates, that light thrower. So they have a, they sell for $500. So he just puts out, I have this on the sale, and then they go and buy it. That goes out of stock. That's the advantage.
You talked about something very interesting, Karan. I was reading about this piece just a couple of days back. Look at the power of community building, right? you you
Correct.
you know what Elon Musk did just a couple of days back? While the launch was not successful because of the weather,
Correct.
he got NASA on his tribe. Look at that
True.
for building a community, right? Who would not want to have NASA as a part of your community? He
True.
got partnership with NASA, and now he's like doing a joint venture with them, a JV with them, with SpaceX, and they are launching it. Maybe that did not happen the other day, but it will just happen in a few days of time, right? But that's the
They will.
power of communities, right? So you have to really build your community. Don't worry about how many people will join. Am I so that imposter syndrome, right? Who am I to create a group? How many people will come? Will people even care about what I'm talking? I'll tell
No,
you one
that's not
thing:
true.
people will take a note of whatever you're doing. Okay, they may not
True.
engage with your post. They may not like what your they may not like your post. They may not comment on your post. They may not give you that heart button, but people do take note of what you're doing if you can show up every single day religiously. So one of the persons that I religiously follow, Russell Brunson, who is the co-founder of ClickFunnels, he says something very very it's probably what I take it as a very profound thing, right? So he says if you can show up every single day 365 days, you choose whether it's blog, whether it's YouTube, whether it's a podcast. Like there are a lot of people who are shy to come in front of a camera, right? So if it's
True.
not camera, don't worry about it. Create a podcast. Take your phone, just put up the video recorder, talk whatever you want to talk. Value, not shit, but value, and then just set up a podcast. If podcast and YouTube are not your game, write. If you're a good writer, I mean, even if you're a mediocre writer, it doesn't matter. It will only improve when you start writing 10 blogs. The first two will definitely suck. Mine sucked as well, but the third one will improve. Fourth one will improve a lot better. Fifth one, you will start seeing a change in the way you write. If you
True.
start publishing every single day for 365 days, your money problems will go. What will
Amazing.
happen with that? What will happen with that, Karan, is you will start finding your own voice. You will
True.
know what you are an expert of. What that will happen is it will attract your dream customers. And those dream customers want to work with you, which means they want to get some work done, and you start getting projects. And that's how your money problems will go. So
And
that's
that's
like
what
the most
also you talk
profound
about in
advice.
the attraction marketing, right? That's what you always talk about in attraction marketing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
Great.
So,
Amazing,
yeah.
Vamsi. Thank you so much for your insights. I think people who are watching it, just give us a like on Facebook, like on YouTube, guys. They would throw up some like on Facebook for Vamsi's value addition. If you're seeing on Facebook, just hit a thumbs up, guys. It just takes one touch to do that. Just throw up some likes and some heart, so that we can fucking go on. We have a lot of questions coming in, Vamsi. I think people are a lot of interested to know more about what we're talking about.
I'm
So
open.
just throw in one,
Absolutely.
guys. Come on,
Yeah.
guys. Thank you so much for being here. First of all, we appreciate your support, and thank you so much. So, Amsi, we have a new question which comes as that
Yeah.
how to create a funnel.
So guys, just go and get yourself that name by clicking on that link. We really want to see your name.
Yes.
I can see it here on my phone. So Swapnil, thanks for that question. Great question, by the way. As I just mentioned a few minutes back, a funnel is a logical sequence of steps that you want your customer to go through. He doesn't have um, 100 different exit on your website. If you generally look at a traditional website, right, you have home page, you have about us page, you have privacy policy, you have terms and conditions, you have the contact us page, 100
Yeah, yeah.
different links on your page, so people can go to any different page and they can exit from there. Because generally what happens is, I'm sure it happens with every one of us, we go to the website for something but end up doing something and we close it, only to realize that why did I even go to that website, right? Funnel is not like that. It
True,
happens. I mean, it's like a daily story, right? We end up doing something on the website and doesn't really meet the requirement for which we actually went to that website.
true, true.
So
Makes
a
sense.
funnel is basically what is a website minus all the external links that people can click and go from there.
True.
So it still has a logical sequence. So you have a landing page or a sales page, whatever you want to show as the first page when people land on your website. Then you basically nurture them on that page, telling them what your product is, how it will solve their problems, why they should
Hmm.
take it immediately, what they can do after purchasing it, how they should implement. So all of that is written as a form of the copy. And then on the
Hmm.
second page, once you get their first yes, so in the direct response marketing, one of the principles is, if you get the first yes of the customer, the corresponding second, third, fourth yes is easy,
Hmm.
right?
Makes sense.
So what people do on a funnel is they get you to say a yes either by giving their product as free, like a
Hmm.
ebook or an audio book or whatever. So you're basically saying that, hey, I'm interested, so you give in your email address and your name,
Hmm.
and you're mentally already saying yes to their product, which is their ebook or an audio book or whatever that you're purchasing, right? Or even a $7, it's a small amount, but you're taking out your credit card and putting out that on the cart and you're buying it, so they are getting your first yes. On the next page they would say, hey, if you really want to implement what you have bought on the sales page, I have created a course which will actually help you implement all of that in just a matter of 30 days, and that costs you $97. For me, it already got my first yes on the first page, so 70
True.
to 80% of the people would want to buy that because they want to cut down on the number of days that results will take. So if my
True.
ebook or the audiobook that I have taken will get me the result for in the matter of 60 to 90 days, and this particular course that this person is selling me on the sales page, the OTO, what is called a one time offer, and if that course will get me this results in a matter of 30 days, I want to invest that 97. Then there is
True.
something else on the third page. So that's how you build a funnel. So there are a lot of funnel building softwares out there. There is ClickFunnels, which is the leader right now. There is Kajabi. There is Groove Funnels that I have encountered just a couple of days back. It is free to register right now. So if you want to go and get something for free and want to kind of do a research, you can go to groovefunnels.com. There is Katra. So there are like 100. There is Leadpages. There are a lot of things that you can help yourself with building a funnel. But essentially, how that funnel is, so there is a sales page, landing page, or an opt-in page. Then there is a one-time offer or an upsell page. It's also called an upsell page. Then there is a downsell page. So that's how you basically build a funnel. I hope I answered your question there.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, Vamsi, for answering the question, and thank you so much for asking, guys, on how to create a funnel. Now, I hope you know how to create a funnel using software, and just the main thing is you make sure you have a good offer, all right? So you are not, stuck how to craft it. But Vamsi, this question has come regarding our, last question about funnel agency. So it says, but funnel design changes over time and probably at each stage. It depends. So the agency only designs based on each progress. What do you think?
Harsha, again, a good question. So basically, design is something which is very dynamic, right? It changes from person to person. What I like, you may not like. What you like, I may not like. Vice versa, right?
True.
So
True.
what a lot of people, so basically people who do funnel design as an agency service, what they do is in a lot of scenarios, they do A/B split tests. So
Hmm.
one kind of button color will get you some kind of result, another button color will get you another kind of results. The same thing is with the background color, the kind of images that you are using, how simple and sober you are making your funnel look. There's not too much of text, you're just to the point, you're not beating around the bush. So there are a lot of things that go into designing a funnel. So a lot
Hmm.
of people who design a funnel may not be experts in writing a copy, so that is something that you have also always have to provide them with. Some people also offer that as a service, that's a different conversation for another day. But when we
True.
talk specifically about the design, people always have two or three different designs for one single product that they are doing. So they send
Hmm.
traffic to each of those funnels and see which one is getting them the conversions, and the winning funnel
True.
will be something that people end up using for a long term.
And they can also use, for designing a funnel, they can also use Funnelytics, right? There's a software where they can just go and, design their funnels. They can put
So
the landing page there and then
correct.
so the funnel
So
blueprint of a funnel, what we say.
exactly. So even before you start designing a funnel, what you do, so with software like Geru or Funnelytics, what the software helps you do is you basically chalk out the every stage of your funnel. What happens
Hmm.
if people click on this button? From there, where it will go? How will the email triggers from there? From there, if the
Correct.
user takes an action, what will happen? If the user say I'm not interested, what action should be taken? All of that
Correct.
funnel sequence is designed, and then they put it as an implementation on the design side.
Makes sense. Makes sense. I think it's a good, they should first also create a mind mapping is also important. A lot of them
Correct.
don't do it. They just have their, in their own head, they just think, okay, I do this, I do this. But then again, when they're mapping out, when they're implementing it, it all, it goes into vain.
Very true.
Amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks so much, Vamsi. I think next question is from, I think 1 second. Let me just go through the comments. Vamsi, rock on. Amazing, guys. Thumbs up for Vamsi today. It was
I'm so
great, great
happy
value
that you guys
addition.
are enjoying the session. Yeah, really
Amazing.
happy about it. Yeah.
Amazing. Someone who has joined right now, please give a thumbs up for Vamsi and Impact Marketing Summit to provide so much value to us. And we are coming at more value right now. So stay together, and you will see a lot of magic right now. So Vamsi, there's a question which says how to learn funnel design with backend.
So you're thanks for that question, Swapnil. So basically, so you're talking about two things there. One, you're talking about funnel design, and then you're talking about
Hmm.
funnel automation. So
Correct.
they can be two different things, but yeah, it can be always offered as a service inside a funnel agency. There are a lot
Hmm.
of people who are offering funnel design as a course. I know there is Catherine Jones, who offers
Yeah.
design funnel design course from her thing called CF Design School. So there is another guy called Neil Sarode. Neil Sarode is another guy who a lot of people who currently design funnels learn from him. So he's a guy who you can check out on Facebook. Neil Sarode, Nwllsarode. That's how I think his name is pronounced, if I'm not wrong. So he has a funnel design course. Funnel automation. I'm not very sure if I have come across a lot of courses which teach you funnel automation, because funnel automation is a amalgamation of lot of things. You probably need to know Zapier integration. You need to know a couple of email autoresponders. Also, the platform on which you are designing the funnel. Let's say if you're talking about ClickFunnels, how does the interface of ClickFunnels look? How you can connect your email autoresponder, how you can connect your webinar platform. So that is something that you probably can learn with a who can the test and trail kind of thing. But there are people whom you may learn, but I really don't know if there are resources out there. I'm sure there must be some YouTube videos around that, but it completely changes with the way you probably do it, because each one's automation is very different. You could do a very
True.
simple automation with a user clicks on a button, his name and email ID gets captured inside an email autoresponder, and an email is sent to this user. There is a link for people to register for a webinar. They click on the Zoom link, and then Zoom sends out an invite to them that this is the day on which you have a webinar. This is like the most simplest of the automation that you can think of. The
True.
complex ones can be something like abandoning the cart, and then a lot of
You have to
it
connect that via
complicated.
webhooks.
Yeah,
If you're doing Instamojo, right?
yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can complicate it to the core. You can just
True.
mess up everything, and still that can be called a funnel automation. So just check out those two sources, CF Design School. Um, those are expensive courses, but if you invest and get a couple of clients, your ROA should come back in like 2 to 3 months. Not even
Wow,
beyond. Yeah,
that's great.
yeah.
Wow, I think someone who has asked the question might have got a lot of insights. So now you must know how to learn funnel design and with backend so that you can create your own funnel and sell your own products and services. Hey, KP and Vamsi, thank you so much, Rob, for being on the live session today. We appreciate your support.
Thanks, Ralph.
Vamsi, amazed to listen your search. Vamsi now has a great fans.
Thanks.
uh, Thanks for the answer. Welcome. Vamsi, your presentation is amazing. Amazing. Thank you so much, guys. Keep those comments coming. We are loving your presence over here. Wonderful research, validation, Vamsi. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Rob says lockdown gave me a chance to focus on my personal brand and honestly getting a decent response and I'm very much doing fine in it. Amazing, Rob. You're doing great and keep doing it. And that's what lockdown has been given a lot of people a lot of opportunities, which a lot of people don't take. So I think we are only if we all count us, we are in the 0.0001% of population in the country, which is actually taking action and creating content on platforms and providing value to people. Thanks. Thank you, Rob. Thank you for showing. Amazing advice. That's amazing. Guys, you're showering a lot of love. Thank you so much. Thanks, Samar. Thanks for being there. Gordon, thank you. Thank you, Sachin. Okay. It's great. Thank you so much for joining, Samundra. Attraction marketing, you're right. We are talking about attraction marketing few moments back. Thank you so much. Now we have one more question, Vamsi. It says the community would be filled with many demographics. So do you segment the community further based on funnel requirements?
So my simple answer for that would be, a lot of people do join your community based on what you're doing, but eventually a lot of people might also realize that probably may not be the person that they were looking for. So you also repel a lot of people with what you're doing on the long term, right?
Correct.
Only people who like what you're doing will stay with you forever. There will be a lot of people who will come and go, and don't worry about those people, and we should not even worry about those people. Your
Hmm.
community or a tribe when you're building should only attract your dream customers. People come and
True.
go,
True.
you don't have to worry. Let's say if you are let's say for example, Karan started his group on 1st January. He has like 1000 plus followers right now, but just for the matter of discussion, if he sees that his followers count got to 700 in the next 2 months, he should be a happy person than a sad person, because he repelled 300 people who is not really serving anyway. So having them in the group is only for a mere matter of numbers, but those 700 people are hardcore fans of what Karan is doing, and all the other people who are contributing in the group. So
True.
don't worry about the demographics. Irrespective of whether he's a 20 years guy or a 70-year old person, if he loves what you're doing, they
Yes.
will follow you. They will purchase every single product that you put in front of them, and that's the kind of community you want to build for yourself.
Great. I think that makes sense. You should do what your audience likes, of course, and not of course go to next level and do anything which you want to do, right? Which your inner conscience says that yeah, do this, go, without even thinking about who you are putting out to. So you should always
Absolutely.
make sure that you are thinking whenever you put out something. It's very, very. We know what happened. So
Absolutely.
I think we shouldn't put much. Thank you so much. I think if someone who asked this question, I think you must have got a lot of value. So make sure that you're not segregating your demographics and just putting out whatever works for your audience.
Yeah.
All right. So Vamsi, your most favorite question, I think, how to build an email list when I am starting from scratch.
So,
Thanks, Shikhar.
Shikhar, there are multiple ways of building an email list. I'll probably touch upon a couple of very simple things. And this is not something which I'm inventing right now. I think every person out there who has an email list would have done this at some point.
Hmm.
What you do is you understand if you are building a community or a tribe of people that you are building, right?
Hmm.
Understand what is that one single problem that they have, which you can create content around. Okay, put in every piece of knowledge that you know about that particular topic or that particular problem that your tribe is facing, as much as to an extent where you feel like it should be very painful for you to put that out for free. It should cost people to actually buy it. That so Karan, that essentially means that that's the most valuable thing that you're putting out. If you can give a price to that product but you're putting out, your heart is really wrenching for putting it out for free, that's when there is so much value inside that lead magnet. So
Makes
create
sense.
that lead magnet, and let people know that this is something that you can download it for free or get access to. It need not be a ebook. It can be
Hmm.
a video that you can create. It can be an
Hmm.
audio file. It can be an ebook. It can be anything. It can be a
True.
blog that you have restricted access to only if you want that to be opened. If they exchange their email address for that, you can
Password
do it in,
protected.
yeah, password protected. Or when you actually give in your email ID and your name, that's when it unlocks that particular blog post. There are tools on WordPress which does those things, like Thrive plugin does that. Even Bloom with Divi does that. So there are a few plugins
True.
that actually locks your content. And Brian Dean, who is the famous guy for SEO, he does this on his blog. I
I've
see
done.
this thing strategy doing every single time, right?
It's
And
very good.
obviously, yeah, it's like there every single time. So those are some of the techniques in which you can do your stuff. And what you can also do is, you can, when you are publishing, you can let people know that there is that lead magnet out there where people can download to. So just create a page. Even you don't need to have a funnel software for doing this. You can do it on WordPress using Elementor or Divi or any other page builder. Don't put any external links, don't have the menu, don't have the footer, don't have anything on that. Just create a landing page. Tell them what that ebook is all about, what kind of problem that ebook is solving. Put that form, name and email. Let people download right on that page when they give their email ID. That's the most simplest way that you can start with building your email list. There are many
Amazing.
advantages of doing it, but this is like the most simplest thing that you can begin with if you're starting from
Correct.
scratch.
Correct. Correct. Because it's important. I think nothing's bigger than offer. Vamsi, if you have seen last year, Billie Jean. Billie Jean came with that $31. He was offering all the courses, right? Imagine how many customers he acquired in 1 week and how
black
much
black
money he
friday
made. Yeah.
Black Friday deal.
Yeah.
Count me in. I was also one.
I was also lot of people might be here who might bought that deal. It was crazy how many customers he acquired.
Black Friday deals are crazy that way. So they do it for building their email list, but also
Correct.
in that journey they make tons of money. So yeah,
They have a funnel built up back end.
absolutely,
Everything is working in the back end.
absolutely, absolutely.
Amazing, amazing. So I hope Shikhar, you might have got an idea. I think this is the best, tip anyone can give you. Take their emails, and provide something valuable in exchange of your email, because ultimately they have to pay money for that. So why not be on your email list and pay money for, and then later you can monetize them by adding more value in the way, right? So that way you can do it.
Yeah.
All right, now thank you so much for giving us likes. Okay, guys, now it's time for appreciation. Throw up some likes, throw up some love on the Facebook, on YouTube. Come on, do it right now. I mean, Vamsi is providing so much value. Do it right now. Come on. We want to see at least 10 likes on Facebook right now. What we are seeing is six. I think it's more. It's around 25, 26. But on the live, we want at least 10 people. If we haven't done it, come on, guys. We are waiting for, and then we would move further. Till then, I'll see more comments. All right, people are liking it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kalpana, for being here. Thank you so much. All right, we have got 7. Let's reach to 10, guys. Come on, do it fast. Do it fast. खाना खाया ना सबने जाके करो फटाफट. All right. Thank you, Amit. Thank you so much. Facebook, awesome value. Vamsi, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nice information and got to learn so much after the session. Amazing. You are here. Uh, Vamsi, thanks for a lot of knowledge. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Rob, for coming. Words and ending, of course, you've got a lot of value today. Thanks, Vamsi. Thanks, Ganesh. Thanks for being here today with us.
Thanks,
Didn't
Ganesh.
know, Vamsi, you are going so deeper into analytics of trending social media marketing tools. What do you would say, Vamsi, about it?
That's what I have been doing since the last 1 year, buddy. So all yours.
Amazing. Yeah, Vamsi, sir, thanks for all the answers. Thanks, Harshvardhan, for being on live with us today. Thank you, Sachin. Thank you so much. So, guys, we are open for more questions. We are open for around 2, 3 more questions, right?
Yeah.
Two to three more questions, and then we'll close the session. And let us know your 2, 3 more questions we are taking on affiliate marketing, personal branding, agency, and any question you have, guys. Go and ask your questions right now. Vamsi is a great source for you to right now get your information. Is there for free. We are not even taking your email addresses and giving this to you. I mean, this can literally be a product. It can be a tripwire if we sell it for $7 to $10, right?
Just bring on any question pertaining to marketing, guys. It need not be about funnels. It need not be about marketing. Anything that you believe you have. If I feel that I have the knowledge enough to share that answer, I'll be more than happy to put it.
Come on, guys. We are open for 2 more questions. Come on, hit up. I know you all have a lot of questions, so we can just inculcate 2 more right now. So we are allowing 2 more questions to be in the panel. So go ahead and ask 2 questions fast. Come on, you're waiting for it. You can put it up over here, and we'll wait till we get 2 more questions. No. All right.
Before we get
Suman,
the before we
yes.
get the next question, Karan, I just wanted to urge everyone who is watching it right now, whether it is on live or recorded. I had this personal epiphany of going live for 66 days on the trot. I couldn't just continue. The whole idea was to do it for 360 days on a trot, but something came up in the middle and I had to drop it there. But everyone who is watching this live, or if you're watching this recording right now, the only thing that I urge you is, if you want to be a successful marketer, don't worry about whether you know funnels, don't worry about if you know Facebook ads, YouTube ads, all of that stuff. It will all come at some point. But mm, the only thing that will take you places is show up every single day, publish. No matter
True.
what you are an expert of, whether you are an expert of blogging, whether you are an expert of WordPress, whether you are an expert of Facebook ads, whether you are an expert of funnels, whether you know something about design, if you know something about YouTube, if you are an expert of video marketing, don't worry about what you know. Whatever you know, There are free, all these platforms are free. Facebook is free, YouTube is free, Instagram is free, everything is free. If you want to make money, if you don't want to make money, that's a different story. But if you want to be a successful marketer and if you want to make money, understand what you love doing every single day. Don't worry about what people are doing. Don't see, hey, that guy is making so much money with Facebook ads, I should probably be learning one. You will end up learning one, but you will also leave that in the next 2 months because you for sure know it's not something that you love. Every single day you have to get out of your bed for doing that. So that shouldn't be a job. That's something that you want to do, show up in front of your laptop, write that article every single day, do that video every single day, create that image, that poster that talks about what your expertise is every single day. If you can do that, again I'm telling you, your money problems will be solved forever. In fact, forget about your money problems. You will make 6 to 7 figures. Whether it is Indian rupees, it is still a lot of money. Whether if you do it
True.
in dollars, it is still a lot of money, right?
True.
And this is like per month. Let's not even like per year. So if you make 1 lakh rupees a month by just showing up every single day on telling what you know in the form of a video or a blog post or a podcast, if you make 1 lakh, would that be worth? I'm
Of course,
sure it is worth, right?
it is.
So just in fact, I'll go ahead and say, I plead that you go and start publishing whatever you know every single day. So pick up a platform, whether if it's blogging, it's podcast or a YouTube, whatever it is. Do that religiously for 365 days. See yourself, the kind of difference that you become as a person, become as a marketer, and your financial independence as well.
All right, so I've just put one banner which I will show the sticker, okay, which says publish, 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 take an oath.
That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
I think just guys just forward the ban, ticker here and just take it in your mind to go and just make yourself out to the public. All right, Vamsi, we have the two questions which we wanted. So
Yeah.
one question is how to attract customers, clients for creating funnels. Funnels can be created for any niche. It's a
Suman,
question from Suman Jain.
yeah, Suman, thank you so much for that question. So basically, attracting clients for creating your funnel. So there are multiple ways of doing it. If you are starting out, you always go and show what your mock-up of your funnels looks like. How you create, you can pick up any website of, let's say, a celebrity or an influencer, create a beautiful version of that existing website and see how you can transform that website to a funnel. So that's one way of doing it. Another way of doing it is you can show all your existing work that you have already done for a couple of people and put it up on, again, different forums, whether it can be in your Facebook group. Or I'm sure when people give value and you're not like outright promoting yourself, then people really get pissed off with that kind of promotion. But if you really tell them what kind of strategy you got with designing that funnel, right? Why did you use green color as a background? If you are doing it for healthcare, a lot of people perceive green with health, right? With
True,
nature. So why did you use that color? Why the button color was that? Why the call of action was that? Why did you not use too much of text? So you provide value, so you're indirectly giving them value, but you're also in a way promoting your funnel design as well. So that's the way you probably show up what your design skills are in front of your dream customers. And funnels can be created for any niche. It can be for healthcare, it can be for weight loss, it can be for make money online, affiliate marketing, any product that you have. But when you are seen as an authority for building funnels in a particular niche, let's say an example of dentist, for example, every other dentist out there want to get your funnel created by you because they know that you have already worked with 100 other dentists and you have helped them with creating beautiful funnels, so that one not one dentist will also want to get designed for it. But in when you are an expert of one particular niche, I think you attract a lot of other people from other niches as well.
Makes sense. I think one of the best, I think, examples of how you can fix another, if you can just tell them for free, that your funnel is not, I mean, for your, this is missing in your website, this is missing on a landing page. So they would definitely consider you, because they know that you are someone who has added some value to them. So you got their attention. Attention is the biggest key. And then
Yeah.
you can then add them on Facebook, and then you can start creating posts which they can you like upon, which they will see you, keep seeing you as to what you're an expert in. You can then invite to you on your Facebook group, right? And then so this is also a funnel. This is an organic funnel which you are building, which that's known as relationship, ladder, where you are every time you are bringing them to a relationship, they're connected, more connected with you every time you are engaging with their posts, you are doing something. So that's how you have to make sure then I think then you get a lot of kind customers, to be honest.
And you just mentioned a very important point there, Karan. So one of
Yeah,
the other ways of getting your dream customers for whatever products, that let's say funnel design, for an example, you can ask a lot of people to help them create their funnel in return for a testimonial.
true.
Right? So that's how you can build your audience to begin with. If you're starting out, for a lot of people who start out, one of the biggest problem they have is, hey, I don't have a testimonial, or I don't have anything to showcase my work where people believe that I'm actually an expert of that particular domain, right? So you can always start with getting a few people to work free for them, and in
Hmm.
exchange for a testimonial. And then you have like 5, 10 different testimonials that showcase that you are an expert, and that's when you start attracting your dream customers.
Ultimate. I think thank you so much, Vamsi, for this, and I think Suman, thank you for so much for asking a question, and we look forward to more questions from you. Okay, so another question we have, Vamsi, which is the last question from Parveen. She
Yeah.
asks, if we are running Facebook ads, should we put the price of the product on the ad itself, or should we keep on connected landing page? What do you
So
think? I'll put my
so
thoughts later. You can put yours once.
no, you can first share. You are a Facebook ads guy, so I will
Okay,
let you answer this. I'll probably take my perspective after your answer.
great. So, Parveen, what I think is that you can test it out. That's the best strategy. What you can do is you can create different ad creatives, and then you can, for example, there's a dynamic creative option which Facebook ads gives you. So you throw out multiple creatives to Facebook ads, and then you track that particular campaign where you have put the price either on the creative which you are creating, or the description of the one that carousing or somewhere, or description of the ad. So you can test out that what is working. Is the price put up on the description, or the price put up on the creative? So you can also test that by putting that on the Facebook dynamic creative option, which is available on the ad set level and not the ad level. After that, you can test it out another variant where not putting any price on the ad but on the landing page. So when you do that, then you would come to know that where is audience more buying your product? Is it more buying when you are putting up the price or not putting up the price? I think that's the best thing you have to do, because that's the best thing which you can test out if you're confused, or if you're in a dilemma as to what will work and what won't. That's best thing I would say.
Yeah, my answer is very, very close, probably 99%, Karan.
Yeah.
What I would always do is, when you're doing Facebook ads, especially, don't be lazy in not creating different ad sets and different
Hmm.
creatives. Test out as many creatives as possible. Do a creative based ad, do a video
True.
based ad, do a carousel based ad, see what is working. There will be a winning ad set for sure of the number of ad sets that you're creating. Then
Correct.
you pump in all the money that you have to get more number of leads. But testing is the way to know what is working, because you might feel that that creative is so magical that you believe that it will get you a tons of traffic. That might actually fail like there is no tomorrow. So
Correct.
you never know. You should never decide that, okay, I got someone best on the world to create this image for the Facebook ad, but that may not even work. A simple video where you're holding your phone like this and you spoke about what that product is, what kind
Hmm.
of problem it is solving, and what is the price point of that, and you put up as a video ad, that might get the amount of reach that you don't even believe it might actually get. So you always
True.
have to test it out. And thanks for that question,
Always.
Parveen.
I think it's one of the most important questions, and people don't focus much on that, testing part. I think because people become lazy, that's where the international marketeers are winning. That's
Absolutely.
if you think about it, they create a lot of ad sets, a lot of ad copies. They test out a lot. That's what we don't test it out. We just work on
Karan,
assumptions.
I know when I was working in one of my last organizations, you would not believe, for the
Hmm.
same ad copy, we used to have pink color background, white color background, green color background, blue color background, 100 different background colors, just to know which color actually works.
True.
And when you're testing, the other important thing that you have to do is, you would not change 3 4 different things. Change one
Hmm.
thing and see how it is working. If you change
Hmm.
three things, you don't know if it has worked really well. What is that element that worked for that change, you would never know. So if you are testing out, first change the background and see which background is working. Then change the call of action and see which call of action is working. Don't change the color, call of action, the text, and all of that. So you would never know which one actually worked for you, and then you would end up really messing up your ad sets. So that's another suggestion that I have.
Correct. Amazing tip, Vapsi. And I think what you can do is you can create testing schedules. For example, in the first week, you can say, I have to test the ad copy. So you test it out for 1 week, or you run it for 3 to 4 days and see what happens. And then you create another testing schedule. You say, in the first schedule, I will test this. In the second schedule, I will test this. All right. After that, then you can come to know that in the first set what worked, and then you finalize and lock that particular thing. And in the second set, you test it out, and then you lock that particular thing. So then you are confirmed, and then you can create a whole new campaign, or scale those campaigns up, and get your results from Facebook ads.
Yeah.
All right. Suman is saying positive mindsets one of the key element one need to start thinking. Thank you both of you for bringing up this realization. Thank you so much, Suman, for coming and joining this. I think we all could go. Thanks goes to Vamsi for coming and sharing a lot of information. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. There's one more question, Vamsi. I think we'll take up. I think otherwise people are very much excited. Which is better, Facebook ads, story ads, or Instagram story ads? I know we need to test, but still some case study if you can share niche course creators or training. Vamsi, your forte. What do you think?
In fact, in her question, she has actually answered that as well. When she said, "I know we need to test." So I'm a guy who always believe. So my definition of marketing, Suman, is marketing is nothing but testing and seeing whether it fails or whether it succeeds. What
Hmm.
platform, how you do it, is all in the process. So you never know what is going to work. Like I just mentioned a couple of minutes back, it's just about putting out the content in the way you think you have communicated everything that you want to say for your prospective customer, whether if it's on the feed, whether if it's on the stories, whether if it's on any other placement with respect to Facebook or Instagram for that matter. I think end of the day, what eventually leads to is how many times you have tested out, how many creatives you have tested out, what forms of creatives have you tested out. Eventually, that would give you the winning ad and gets the buck the value that you're putting on your ads.
On it, point. I think that's what we need to do. Thanks, Vamsi. Thanks for answering that. I think we have last one, which is when we are changing ad testing all this, then should we put previous one off or not? No, of course, when you're testing it, you don't have to put them off. Of course, you have to test simultaneously. You cannot do that. So just keep them on, and then on the dashboard, you have metrics coming in, the vanity metrics, the important metrics which matter to your business. Check what's working, and then turn after 3 to 4 days when you found out what is the winning ad set, turn the one which didn't work for you. Okay. True, I do understand this, but still wanted to know more in depth if you have come across this. 1 second.
Suman Jain.
Yeah. So what do you think? I think, yeah, I think Suman, what that's what our answer will be. I personally what I've seen is Instagram story ads are much cheaper. That's only one thing which I saw. more cheaper in getting more people to your email list. So that's what I would say. That's the only one difference. Otherwise, if I won't take any decision without testing. So that's what I will say. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks, Parveen. Thanks for being on the live session. Awesome. The session is. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. We have a question from Harshvardhan. This is the last question. Otherwise, we would continue to it. What do you think, Vamsi?
We'll take this question for sure. Yeah.
All right. So, is there a tool to throw Facebook ads to known email list? If Facebook ads are found cheaper than sending emails, what do you think?
I didn't really understand the question. Can
Yeah,
you help?
same. Harshvardhan, can you elaborate what you said? Can you just bring in more light to what your question was? Thank you so much for first asking it.
There is a
Awesome,
tool.
this session is. Thank you so much, Parveen. Okay, guys, I test these for sure. Thank you so much, Suman, for joining today. Thanks, Sagar. Thanks. I think you. I hope you got a lot of value and you would implement a lot of it for your own business, for your own services. All right, Harshvardhan, are you there? Please, let us know in elaborated form your question so that Vamsi and I can answer it effectively. Okay, I'm confused. Let me get it straight. Okay, Harshvardhan, you're waiting for your question. By the way, guys, just throw a like if you are here. If you like the session, just throw up a like for Vamsi. Follow Vamsi on Instagram. His Instagram is Vamsi Pannala. And go and follow him, friend him on Facebook, and go and follow Impact Marketing Summit on Instagram. And if you want, you can join that summit, which is happening very soon. Vamsi has already recorded the sessions with the amazing international experts who are making a lot of money, impacting a lot of guys, and he will soon be coming up with that summit near to your own laptop. You can right now we cannot say near to your cinema hall, near to your home. You can say near to your bedroom. All right. Oh wow. Okay, you're getting a lot of. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Parveen. I see that coming.
Okay. Okay, so someone is saying, forget it, guys. We'll come up better one next time, or we'll ask in the group. Okay, sure, Harshvardhan. If you're fine with it, you can either hit up Vamsi or you can put the question in the group. I think then Vamsi will, or or any Facebook ad expert or any email marketing expert will, answer your question for sure.
In any way, if I understood that question as much as what I read it right now, so
Hmm.
a lot of people do send paid traffic to get the emails, Harsha.
Hmm.
So a lot of people do it the organic way. For example, let's say if I do a live something like this and and give out a link to my landing page, to my opt-in page where people can go and download that book. That's the organic way of getting emails into your list. And a lot of people also spend a lot of money on getting paid traffic to those landing pages so that they can capture email IDs. So for example, if I'm getting one email ID for a cost of $1, right? And in the back end, using email marketing, I can nurture all those emails with my products and sell them at the back end. And let's say if I'm selling my course, which is say $97, I'm making a lot of money. So I'm putting $1 in and getting so many dollars out, right? So people do spend a lot of money on getting paid traffic for getting their email list built. So yeah, if that is probably any near to the kind of question that you have asked.
Correct. And okay, Suman says, I think we can do messenger bot ads with combinations of engagements. So in that case, if someone comment, they can get a message on. Yes, I think yes, you're right, Suma. I think she's saying she wrote it for Harshvardhan's question. She said that if you take the messenger, so that will be more cheaper than conversion ads what we run on Facebook. You're right,
Yeah.
Suman. But ManyChat has if we say messenger, they have limited a lot of things for you right now. They're very strict with their policies, and we are
Yeah.
seeing that they're banning a lot of accounts. And That's that's been for tough for a lot of people. They have got the subscribers.
People who already had a lot of list on their messenger bots can still use it, but for
Correct.
people who are now trying to build their email list using messenger bots, I think a lot of people have actually given up on that, because
Correct.
Facebook has changed a lot of its policies, especially pertaining to chatbots. So a lot of people are
True.
not really using chatbots. If they have already had a lot of list that they have built in the last few years, they can still use it, but building it
Hmm.
right now is kind of really risky with respect to getting your ad accounts or even your profile getting banned.
True. Yeah, yeah, Suman, you can do it. Suman, there's no, restriction on what, Facebook says, but you can still do it. But there is always a risk with the platforms. With the emails, there's not. But you're right. It's a source. You can try it out. Always it's testing. See what works for you and scale it up. That's it. I hope you got your answer, Harshvardhan, too. All right. I hope everyone liked today's session. It's already we have more than 1 hour, 20 minutes of value given to you, and this can easily become a lead magnet. Let me tell you that, or a paid product of a tripwire of $7, to be given away as a fully packed Q&A from DMP. So guys, I think a lot of people are joining right now, but I think we have to also wrap up. So Vamsi, your last words, and what how would you recommend people for Impact Marketing Summit to come? Please let us know the last words.
So just watch this space with respect to DMP. I'm sure you will have all the updates pertaining to. I'm in the last leg of wrapping up things. I have a couple of speakers to record more because they're super busy and couldn't stick to their schedule. So I'm interviewing one of the biggest guys on the summit on 2nd June our time. So but the whole idea, I'll tell you guys, it's very very simple. um, the reason why you had so many questions is because a lot of you probably doesn't know things like this do work in a business, right? So that's exactly what I want you guys to learn from Impact Marketing Summit, because this is for you. This is not for someone who already knows or someone who is trying to start, but it is for everyone, whether you are starting out a business right now or you already have a business that you want to scale. It is very important that you know the new age marketing strategies, because marketing as a function has been changing 360 degrees. What worked yesterday doesn't work today, and it's obsolete for tomorrow, right? So you have to be on top of everything what's happening with the latest trends, what are the new techniques, what are the new strategies, how you can tweak your existing systems to be able to be uh, be still in your business and do whatever you're doing. So for all that to take to the next level, your one stop shop, at least what I see right now, is Impact Marketing Summit.
Yeah, I like that. What you're seeing now, that's amazing, man. All right. I'm excited for the upcoming summit, Vamsi, or impacting guys. Actually, amazing. That's great, Vamsi. I appreciate you being here today and impact a lot of guys. And thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for joining today. I hope you got a lot of value. We had the biggest engagement on DMP and the biggest live we have ever done till now, and it was more than 1 hour 20, around 30 minutes. So 1 hour 30 minutes worth of value given to you today, and I think this can be good for any beginner, any advanced marketer who wants to generate more revenue for their own business, for their own customers. And if you won't recommend funnels to your customers, you are what are you doing? Okay, so don't do that, and attend Impact Marketing Summit. Follow Impact Marketing Summit on Instagram, Facebook, everywhere you would find it. Follow Vamsi on Instagram, Facebook, and I think Vamsi, your last wishes to anyone who wants to, grow in this field. What do you say? Any last sessions, last diamond words you want to say?
Publish, publish, publish. If you are a marketer, you
Yeah,
just can't
right.
shy away from publishing. If you call yourself a
True,
marketer in whatever
true,
domain, whatever niche that you are in, publish.
true, true.
Don't worry about whether people, if there is 0 persons on your life, don't worry. But
Hmm,
you should also know that there are 100 other people making a note of that. I'll tell
true.
you one simple example. Just we close on this.
Yeah.
Two of my speakers who are on my summit said that, Vamsi, I know you. It's not, and
Hmm.
we never interacted. That was my first
Wow.
interaction with them. They said, Vamsi, I know you. You did lives on .com secrets and one funnel away challenge for a set of days. I know you went live on your Facebook profile for continuously for a few days. I watched your lives, but they did mention that, yeah, I didn't engage, I didn't like or didn't comment, but that doesn't mean that I didn't make a note of that. I was taking note of
True.
what you're doing. So people do take note. Don't worry about the imposter syndrome. Don't worry if you don't get a like, don't get a heart button. It's absolutely okay. What will it eventually do to you is it will help you find your voice. Finding your voice as a marketer is so very important. Find your voice, and your voice will find your dream customers. You don't have to chase them, they will chase you.
They will chase you. And
That's it.
amazing, guys. Inbound is always bigger than outbound. Let me tell you that. That's why SEO is so much, in demand. All right. That's why, because it's inbound. People search. People come searching for you. All right. That's why it's so big. That's why the ROI in SEO is more than in anything else. That's why anybody keeps talking about the ROI. So because it's inbound, everything which is inbound always converts. All right. Always the rate of conversion will be higher. Okay. So thank you so much, guys, for tuning in today. And again, follow Vamsi everywhere in Impact Marketing Summit. And we look forward to seeing you in the next live session. Thank you so
And
much
thank,
and have a
and thank
great
you
day.
so much for having me. It was a pleasure interacting with everyone inside this group. And this is like, unlike some of the groups that are out there, very engaging and less spammy. So I really appreciate all the moderators, the admins of this group, and happy to be a part of this group and sharing whatever value in whatever way I can.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Vamsi, for being here. And all right, guys, good night. Have a great weekend. Have a great, day tomorrow. And all the best.
Take care, guys. Happy weekend.
Take care.